A dress stitched with the hunger for power. What does this mean? Camilla appeared at the coronation in an outfit that reveals her true intentions. Experts noticed details that send chills down your spine. What did the Queen encode in the embroidery? What alarming plan is she preparing? And why could this dress change the fate of the entire British monarchy? Stay until the end. A shocking truth awaits you there. One people are afraid to speak aloud. Imagine, millions of eyes worldwide are fixed on a single dress. On May 6, 2023, cameras capture every detail of the new Queen's attire. But what if this dress conceals a message that will make you question the future of the British monarchy? Let's examine this step by step. That day, Westminster Abbey witnessed a historic moment, the coronation of King Charles III. The ancient vaults of the cathedral, which remember centuries of royal ceremonies, once again filled with solemn sounds. The official ceremony concluded, and members of the royal family headed to Buckingham Palace. Following tradition observed for decades, they stepped onto the famous balcony to greet their subjects. The crowd rejoiced, cameras clicked without stopping, and that's when everyone noticed her, Camilla, in that very dress. The outfit was unusual. More than that, it was filled with symbols, each one meaningful. The new Queen clearly worked to infuse her coronation dress with special significance, paying tribute to her closest loved ones. Embroidered on the fabric were the names of her children and grandchildren, family bonds embodied in threads of gold and silver. Each letter, each flourish carried a piece of maternal love and pride. But the most interesting element appeared on the hem of the skirt. There, among elegant patterns, gleamed golden embroidery depicting two dogs. Not heraldic lions, not royal eagles, but dogs. Simple, domestic animals. These were Beth and Bluebell, the Queen's beloved companions. Two dogs that became a genuine sensation in royal circles. And do you know why? And then something interesting happened. These pets became the first rescue animals to cross the palace threshold. Before them, all royal dogs possessed impeccable pedigrees, with documentation stretching back centuries. Every ancestor was recorded, every bloodline traced to the finest detail. But Camilla decided to break this tradition. Beth's story began with betrayal. Her previous owners simply tied the dog to a post and walked away. Forever. They abandoned a living creature to fate, like an old unwanted object. Volunteers from a London animal rescue centre took in the abandoned dog. At the shelter, Beth was clearly better off than on the streets. She was fed, cared for. But it wasn't enough. The animal lacked the most important thing: love and attention. Camilla recalled later how she first saw Beth. The dog wandered from corner to corner, her eyes expressing longing and confusion. Why was she abandoned? What did she do wrong? These questions seemed to show in the animal's every movement. She was unbearably bored. Day after day, the same thing: four shelter walls, the noise of other animals, the absence of her own person. Someone who would truly love her. The most important part lay ahead. The Queen made a decision that changed Beth's life forever. She took the dog home, giving her a second chance, a chance to learn what a real family means. But the story didn't end there. Camilla understood one dog would be lonely in the vast palace chambers. Beth needed a companion, a friend with whom to share both joy and the boredom of long days. That's how Bluebell joined the royal family. Her story was even more dramatic. Shelter staff found the dog in the forest. She lay motionless, barely breathing. It seemed like just a little longer, and it would have been too late. Signs of life were almost gone. The next chapter of this story could have been tragic. But the volunteers didn't give up. They fought for Bluebell's life as if she were their own. Day after day, hour after hour, They brought the animal back from the brink. And a miracle happened. Bluebell survived. When Camilla learned of this story, there was no doubt. This dog deserved the best home imaginable, and she received it. Now both pets lived a life that abandoned dogs don't even dream of. In the royal palace, they were allowed to do practically anything they wanted. No strict limitations, no drilling only love and care. Camilla often spoke about her four-legged charges. Once, in a radio interview, she shared thoughts that revealed her attitude toward animals. The best thing about life with dogs is that you can sit down with them and have a lovely long conversation, the Queen shared. Her voice sounded warm and sincere. You can be angry, you can be sad, but they just sit looking at you, wagging their tails. In these words lay a simple truth. Dogs don't judge. They don't criticize. They simply love unconditionally, without reservations, without demands in return. Beth and Bluebell became a source of support for Camilla in a world where every step is discussed by millions of people, where every word is weighed, every gesture analyzed. With the dogs, she could simply be herself. No surprise that the Queen decided to immortalize her beloved companions on the coronation dress. This gesture seemed touching and understandable. A rescue story, love for animals, family values. All of this could be read in the golden embroidery. But that's not everything. Because there was another element on the dress, an element that made heraldry experts and historians take notice. A detail that changed the entire perception of the outfit. On the dress appeared Camilla's personal monogram. Two letters, C and R, elegantly intertwined with each other. Camilla Regina, Queen Camilla. Above the monogram rose a crown, symbol of power and majesty. And on either side of this monogram stood them two dogs, like guardians, like protectors. And here, specialists noticed something strange. In European heraldic tradition, it was customary to include the initials of both spouses in the royal monogram. This rule had been observed for centuries. Husband and wife, a single entity, their initials intertwining, symbolizing the union of two lives. But on Camilla's dress, there was only herself, Camilla Regina, without mention of Charles, without a hint of her spouse. This could have been a simple coincidence, a design decision, a desire to emphasize the new Queen's individuality, or it could have been a message. The real turning point came when experts began studying the symbolism of the dogs on the monogram. What seemed like a sweet tribute to beloved pets turned out to be far more complex. So what's the real story? In European tradition, the dog has long carried special meaning. Yes, it symbolized loyalty and faithfulness, but not only that. There existed another darker aspect of this symbol. The dog represented zealous protection, ferocity in guarding what belongs to the master, ruthlessness toward those who dared encroach on what was being protected. In medieval times, some rulers used the image of the dog as a sign of merciless guarding of power. There even existed special elite units whose symbol was a dog's head, a sign that they would attack their lord's enemies with the fury of a faithful hound. These traditions reached deep into antiquity. In various royal courts of Europe, the dog was considered not just a sweet animal, but a symbol of someone ready to defend what's theirs to the very end. Documents reveal an unexpected turn. When these two symbols, guardian dogs and a monogram without the spouse's initials, united on one dress, the message began to read quite differently. Camilla seemed to declare, "This is my crown, Camilla Regina, and these dogs will guard it. My crown, not ours, mine, and now the truth." Of course, this can be perceived as a stretch, as excessive interpretation of innocent details. Perhaps the Queen really just wanted to honor her beloved pets and emphasize her own individuality. But heraldry is the language of symbols, a language that royals have spoken for centuries. Every detail on a royal outfit is thought through in advance. Every element is checked by experts. There are no coincidences in such matters. And if you look at the situation more broadly, the picture becomes even more interesting. Camilla fought for recognition for many years. Her relationship with Charles was a scandal for decades. Society didn't accept her. The press attacked her. Comparisons with Princess Diana were merciless. But she endured, waited for her moment, and now a crown on her head. A crown that she perhaps doesn't intend to share with anyone or surrender to anyone. The monogram without the spouse's initials may be a hint about the future, about what will happen when Charles passes away. By tradition, the Queen Dowager yields to the new monarch. But what if Camilla sees the situation differently? The guardian dogs on the monogram seem to say, this power will be protected, zealously, ruthlessly, to the end. Perhaps this is merely imagination at play. A conspiracy theory born from curious minds that see secrets where there are none. Or perhaps, on May 6th, 2023, the new Queen of Great Britain truly sent the world an encoded message. A message about her true intentions. Time will tell whether this dress was simply a beautiful outfit with touching family symbols, or whether it was a declaration of intent, a claim on the future. A warning to those who might try to dispute her right to the crown. We'll see how this all ends. The history of the British monarchy is full of unexpected turns, and perhaps the most dramatic one still lies ahead. Meanwhile, Beth and Bluebell continue wagging their tails in the palace, unaware of what an important role they played in this mysterious story.